The Edo period in Japan lasted for over 2 centuries. It was a time of peace and relative stability. The Tokugawa shogunate ruled the country with a firm hand. They established a new capital, Edo, which would later become Tokyo. This city grew rapidly, attracting people from all walks of life. Amidst this urban expansion, specific districts were designated for particular purposes. One such area was Yoshiwara, the city's official red light district. Its creation was a deliberate act of social engineering by the authorities, a way to manage and control certain human desires. Yoshiwara was established in 1617. Its original location was near Nihonbashi. However, as Edo expanded, the district was moved further out. In 1657, after the Great Maireki fire devastated much of Edo, Yoshiwara was relocated to a more isolated area north of Asakusa. This new site was then known as Shin Yoshiwara or New Yoshiwara. It was surrounded by a moat and high walls. There was only one main gate for entry and exit. This design served to contain the activities within and also to make it a distinct, almost separate world from the rest of the bustling city that Edo had become. The shogunate's intention was not merely to allow prostitution, it was to regulate it. By confining such activities to a specific licensed area, the authorities could monitor and tax them. This control also aimed to prevent the spread of clandestine establishments throughout the city. Yoshiwara became a recognized, albeit controversial, part of Edo's social landscape. It was a place of pleasure, but also a place of strict rules. Men from various social classes, including samurai and wealthy merchants, frequented the district. They sought entertainment and companionship within the bounds set by the government of the time. Yoshiwara quickly became more than just a collection of brothels. It evolved into a vibrant cultural hub. It was a key component of the ukiyo, or floating world. This term described the urban lifestyle and culture of Edo, especially its entertainment. The floating world was characterized by a pursuit of fleeting pleasures. It found expression in art forms like ukiyo-e woodblock prints. These prints often depicted the beautiful courtesans, kabuki actors, and scenic views of Yoshiwara. The district, therefore, played a significant role in shaping Edo's popular culture and aesthetic sensibilities, influencing art and literature for generations. Life within Yoshiwara was highly structured. It was a world unto itself, with its own hierarchies and customs. The main figures of this world were the women. These included highly accomplished courtesans known as oiran or tayu. These women were not merely prostitutes, they were skilled entertainers. They were trained in various arts from a young age. These arts included classical music, dance, poetry, and calligraphy. They were also expected to be witty and engaging conversationalists. Their role was to provide a sophisticated and cultivated form of entertainment for their patrons. The entertainment offered in Yoshiwara was diverse. It went far beyond simple physical encounters. Tea houses, known as ageya, served as meeting places. Here, patrons could enjoy performances and socialize. Elaborate banquets were common. These events featured music played on traditional instruments like the shamisen and koto. Courtesans would perform elegant dances. Poetry contests and refined conversation were also part of the experience. For many visitors, the allure of Yoshiwara lay in this access to high culture and artistry, presented in an exclusive and alluring setting. It was an escape from the rigid social norms of everyday Edo life. The district also hosted grand public events. Processions of high-ranking courtesans were a notable spectacle. These were known as oiran dotchu. The oiran, dressed in magnificent heavy kimonos and elaborate hairstyles, would parade through the main street. They were accompanied by a retinue of attendants. These processions attracted large crowds of onlookers. They were a significant part of Yoshiwara's public image and its cultural impact. The visual splendor of these events was often captured by ukiyo-e artists, further cementing Yoshiwara's iconic status in Japanese popular culture during the Edo period. Beyond the courtesans, Yoshiwara supported a large ecosystem of other professions. There were musicians, dancers, servants, cooks, and security personnel. Geishas, who were primarily skilled entertainers rather than courtesans in the Yoshiwara context, also performed there. They focused on artistic performances like song, dance, and playing musical instruments. The district was a complex organism, a town within a town. Its activities generated significant economic activity. It was a place of intense human drama where dreams of wealth and fame coexisted with harsh realities and constrained lives for many of its inhabitants. The social structure within Yoshiwara was rigidly hierarchical. This was especially true for the women working there. At the top were the Taiyu and later the Oiran. These high-ranking courtesans were expensive and exclusive. Gaining their attention required not only wealth, but also adherence to complex etiquette. Below them were various other ranks of courtesans and prostitutes, each with different levels of skill, prestige, and freedom. This hierarchy dictated the prices they could charge, the type of clients they received, and even the style of their clothing and accommodation. It was a system designed to maintain order and status within the district. For visitors, interacting with the higher echelons of Yoshiwara society was a carefully orchestrated affair. A man could not simply walk in and demand the company of a top Oiran. He often needed introductions, and multiple visits might be required before he could even meet her. These initial meetings were more like interviews. The courtesan would assess the patron's wealth, status, and manners. Gifts and displays of cultural refinement were important. This elaborate courtship ritual added to the mystique and exclusivity of the experience. It transformed the transaction into something that felt more like a sophisticated social engagement. Yoshiwara played a complex role in Edo society. It was a place where different social classes could, to some extent, mingle. Samurai, whose public lives were governed by strict codes of conduct, could find a different kind of freedom there. Wealthy merchants, who often lacked the social status of the samurai, could display their affluence and cultural aspirations in Yoshiwara. Artists and writers frequented the district, drawing inspiration from its vibrant atmosphere and its inhabitants. It was a melting pot of sorts, though the underlying power dynamics and social constraints were always present, shaping every interaction within its confines. The economic engine of Yoshiwara was powerful. It was a major industry, contributing significantly to the economy of Edo. The brothel owners, tea house operators, and various suppliers all profited from the district's activities. However, for many of the women, particularly those in the lower ranks or those who had been sold into servitude due to poverty, life was incredibly harsh. They were often bound by debt and had little control over their own lives. This stark contrast between the glittering facade of pleasure and the underlying exploitation is a crucial aspect of Yoshiwara's complex legacy. It was a world of dazzling surfaces and deep shadows. The physical district of Yoshiwara underwent many changes over time. Fires were a constant threat in Edo, a city built largely of wood and paper. Yoshiwara was rebuilt multiple times after devastating blazes. Its final iteration continued to operate until licensed prostitution was officially abolished in Japan in 1958, following the Prostitution Prevention Law. The name Yoshiwara still exists today as a neighborhood in Tokyo. Some elements of its past as an entertainment district persist, though in a vastly different form. The grand walled enclosure and the elaborate processions of Oiran are long gone, belonging to a distinct historical era. Yoshiwara's legacy is most strongly felt in Japanese culture. It has been a recurring subject in art, literature, and film for centuries. Ukiyo-e prints by artists like Utamaro and Hokusai immortalized its courtesans in scenes. Kabuki plays often set their dramatic stories within its confines. Modern novelists and filmmakers continue to explore its themes of love, desire, exploitation, and fleeting beauty. This cultural fascination has kept the memory of Yoshiwara alive. It ensures that its story, in various interpretations, is passed down through generations, shaping how people understand this part of Japan's past. However, modern perceptions of Yoshiwara are often filtered through a romantic lens. The artistic depictions tend to emphasize the beauty, elegance, and cultural refinement associated with the high-ranking courtesans. This can sometimes obscure the harsher realities faced by the majority of women who worked there. The system was built on indentured servitude and exploitation. For many, it was a life of little freedom and immense hardship. Reconciling the romanticized image with the historical truth is an ongoing challenge. It requires a critical engagement with the sources and narratives that have shaped our understanding of this complex place. The influence of Yoshiwara can also be seen in broader perceptions of Japanese entertainment and femininity. The image of the geisha, often conflated with that of the Yoshiwara courtesan in popular Western imagination, is one example. While distinct, both figures represent a tradition of female entertainers skilled in traditional arts. Yoshiwara's existence as a contained, specialized zone of pleasure also set a precedent. It contributed to the idea of certain urban areas being dedicated to nightlife and adult entertainment. This concept, though transformed, echoes in some of Tokyo's contemporary entertainment districts, albeit without the official sanction or rigid structure of the Edo period. After the Second World War, Tokyo was a city in ruins. It needed to be rebuilt, not just physically, but also socially and culturally. In the Shinjuku area, plans were drawn up for a new entertainment center. The initial vision was ambitious. It included the construction of a large kabuki theater. This theater was meant to be the centerpiece of the district. The area was even named Kabukicho, meaning Kabuki Town, in anticipation of this cultural landmark. This name reflected a hope for a revival of traditional arts and a new era of urban vibrancy. However, the planned Kabuki theater was never built. Financial difficulties and changing priorities led to the abandonment of the original project. Despite this, the name Kabukicho stuck. The area developed rapidly in the post-war decades. It transformed into something quite different from the refined cultural center originally envisioned. Instead, it became one of Tokyo's largest and most famous entertainment and red light districts. Its growth was organic and somewhat chaotic, driven by the demands of a rapidly modernizing society seeking new forms of leisure and escape in the heart of the city. Today, Kabukicho is often called the sleepless town, Nemuranai Machi. This nickname perfectly captures its essence. It is a district that truly never seems to rest. Its streets are a dazzling spectacle of neon lights, towering billboards and bustling crowds day and night. The energy is palpable. Music blares from countless establishments. The air is filled with the sounds of pachinko parlors, video arcades, and the chatter of people seeking entertainment. It offers a stark contrast to the more orderly and reserved atmosphere found in other parts of Tokyo, presenting a more raw and uninhibited face of the metropolis. Kabukicho serves as a major magnet for both locals and international tourists. People are drawn by its reputation for excitement and its sheer density of entertainment options. It is a place where one can find almost any kind of diversion, from tiny bars to large nightclubs, from traditional izakayas to modern restaurants. The choices are overwhelming. While it has a notorious reputation as a red light district, Kabukicho is also a significant commercial and entertainment hub for a much broader audience. It is a complex, multifaceted area that reflects the dynamic and often contradictory nature of modern urban life in Tokyo. Section 6. A spectrum of entertainment bars and clubs of Kabukicho. Kabukicho's nightlife is incredibly diverse. It caters to a wide array of tastes and preferences. One of the most well-known types of establishments are the host and hostess clubs. These clubs offer companionship and conversation for a price. Male hosts entertain female clients, and female hostesses entertain male clients. The focus is often on attentive service, flattering conversation, and the illusion of intimacy. These clubs are a distinctive feature of Japanese nightlife. They represent a modern evolution of paid companionship, distinct from the traditions of Yoshiwara, but sharing some underlying themes of curated social interaction. Beyond host and hostess clubs, Kabukicho is saturated with bars of every imaginable kind. There are countless small, intimate bars tucked away in buildings. Some are themed, focusing on specific music genres, movies, or subcultures. Others are straightforward dive bars, offering cheap drinks and a no-frills atmosphere. Upscale lounges and cocktail bars also exist, catering to a more sophisticated clientele. This variety ensures that almost anyone can find a drinking spot to suit their mood and budget. The sheer number of options contributes to Kabukicho's reputation as an endless maze of nocturnal delights. Nightclubs are another major draw in Kabukicho. These venues feature local and international DJs. They play a wide range of music, from electronic dance music and hip-hop to J-pop and rock. Many clubs stay open until the early hours of the morning, providing a space for dancing and socializing. Alongside nightclubs, karaoke rooms are ubiquitous. Karaoke is a hugely popular pastime in Japan, and Kabukicho offers countless private rooms where groups can sing their hearts out. Pachinko parlors with their noisy machines and bright lights are also a prominent feature, attracting a dedicated clientele of gamblers. The district is also known for its love hotels. These establishments offer rooms for short stays, providing privacy for couples. While Kabukicho is famous for its adult entertainment, it's important to note this aspect without sensationalism. These businesses operate alongside many other forms of entertainment. They contribute to the area's complex identity. The concentration of such diverse establishments, from the innocent to the risque, all packed into a relatively small area, is what gives Kabukicho its unique, intense, and sometimes overwhelming character. It is a microcosm of desires and diversions in the modern city. Section 7. The labyrinthine charm of Shinjuku Golden Gai. Nestled on the eastern edge of Shinjuku, very close to the neon glare of Kabukicho, lies a strikingly different area, Shinjuku Golden Gai. This small network of narrow alleyways offers a journey back in time. It stands in stark contrast to the modern, sprawling entertainment complexes that dominate much of Shinjuku. Golden Gai is composed of several tightly packed lanes. These lanes are lined with tiny, often ramshackle two-story buildings. Each building houses several minuscule bars, some so small they can only seat a handful of customers at a time. The atmosphere is intimate and decidedly old-fashioned. The charm of Golden Gai lies in its preserved Showa era from 1926 to 1989 atmosphere. Many of the bars have been operating for decades. They retain their original character and decor. The alleys are dimly lit, creating a nostalgic and slightly mysterious ambience. Each bar has its own unique personality, often reflecting the tastes and interests of its owner. Some cater to specific artistic communities, while others have themes like punk rock, jazz, or classic films. This individuality is a key part of Golden Gai's appeal. It feels like a collection of hidden dens, each offering a unique experience. Golden Gai has a rich history. It emerged from the post-World War II black market. Its current layout and architectural style date back to this period. For many years it was a popular haunt for writers, artists, filmmakers, actors and intellectuals. Figures like Yukio Mishima and Shuji Terayama were known to frequent its bars. This association with the arts and counterculture has contributed to its iconic status. It was a place for discussions, debates and creative ferment. Even today it attracts a clientele that appreciates its bohemian spirit and its resistance to the relentless modernization of Tokyo. Despite pressures from developers over the years, especially during the bubble economy of the 1980s, Golden Gai has managed to survive. Its unique character and historical significance have helped protect it. Today it is a popular destination for both Japanese locals and international tourists seeking an authentic, old Tokyo experience. While some bars cater more to tourists now, many retain their traditional regulars-focused approach. Navigating its narrow passages and discovering its hidden gems remains a quintessential Shinjuku nightlife adventure. It offers a quieter, more reflective counterpoint to the high-energy buzz of nearby Kabukicho. Section 8. The Pink and Shinjuku's Modern Allure. Shinjuku's nightlife is not solely defined by its historical remnants or its more notorious establishments. It is a constantly evolving landscape. New venues open regularly, catering to contemporary tastes and trends. One example of a modern attraction that gained attention is The Pink. This multi-floor entertainment complex in Kabukicho aimed to offer a unique, immersive nightclub experience. It featured distinctively themed floors, cutting-edge sound and lighting systems, and a diverse lineup of DJs and performers. Such venues demonstrate Shinjuku's capacity to reinvent itself and embrace global entertainment concepts. The Pink, when it was prominently active, represented a particular kind of modern allure. It focused on spectacle and high-energy entertainment. It was designed to be an Instagrammable space, appealing to a younger generation eager to share their experiences online. This highlights a shift in nightlife culture where the visual and experiential aspects are increasingly important. Clubs like The Pink compete not just on music or drinks, but on the overall sensory experience they provide. They contribute to Shinjuku's reputation as a place where one can find the latest trends in urban entertainment. Beyond specific nightclubs, Shinjuku offers a broad spectrum of modern attractions that contribute to its vibrant nightlife. The area is home to numerous cinemas, including large multiplexes showing the latest blockbusters. Department stores and shopping malls often stay open late, allowing for evening retail therapy. The iconic and sometimes overwhelming robot restaurant, though its operational status may vary, became a world-famous tourist attraction known for its bizarre and futuristic stage show. These diverse offerings ensure that Shinjuku's appeal extends beyond just bars and clubs, drawing a wide range of visitors. The area's ability to blend different types of entertainment is a key to its enduring popularity. While places like Golden Gai offer a taste of old Tokyo and Kabukicho provides intense adult-oriented diversions, other parts of Shinjuku cater to more mainstream tastes. This constant adaptation and layering of new upon old is characteristic of Tokyo itself. Shinjuku's nightlife scene is a dynamic entity. It reflects changing social norms, technological advancements, and global cultural influences. It continues to be a focal point for those seeking excitement and novelty in the vast expanse of the city. Section 9. Tokyo's Night, a tapestry of past and present. Tokyo's nightlife is a rich and complex tapestry. It is woven from threads of history, tradition, and relentless modernity. The journey from the controlled pleasures of Edo's Yoshiwara to the sprawling neon-lit expanse of Shinjuku's Kabukicho reveals a fascinating evolution. It also highlights certain enduring human desires for entertainment, escapism, and social connection. These desires have found different expressions in different eras, shaped by the prevailing social, economic, and technological conditions. The city's nocturnal landscapes offer a vivid reflection of these transformations. The legacy of Yoshiwara, with its formalized rituals and artistic pursuits, still casts a subtle shadow. While the institution itself is gone, the idea of dedicated entertainment zones and the appreciation for skilled performers has echoes in modern Japan. Yoshiwara represented a contained world of fantasy and desire, a counterpoint to the everyday. In a different way, contemporary districts like Kabukicho also offer an escape. They provide a space where the usual rules and constraints of daily life can feel temporarily suspended. The methods and aesthetics have changed dramatically, but the underlying impulse remains recognizable across the centuries. Shinjuku, particularly Kabukicho and its surrounding areas, embodies the hyper-modernity of Tokyo. It is a place of sensory overload, constant movement, and seemingly limitless choice. Yet, even within this bustling modernity, pockets of the past persist, like the narrow alleys of Golden Gai. This juxtaposition of old and new is a defining characteristic of Tokyo. The city does not always erase its past to make way for the future. Instead, it often allows different layers of history to coexist, creating a uniquely textured urban environment. This is especially evident in its nightlife districts. Ultimately, Tokyo's nightlife is a testament to the city's dynamism and its capacity for reinvention. It reflects the ingenuity and adaptability of its people. From the refined arts of Yoshiwara's courtesans to the digital beats of Shinjuku's clubs, the pursuit of nocturnal pleasure has always been an integral part of Tokyo's urban culture. The historical influences provide depth and context, while the modern innovations ensure that the city's nights remain as vibrant and compelling as ever. Tokyo's story after dark is one of continuous change, yet it also reveals a deep connection to its fascinating and multifaceted past.